Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen, fans everywhere, wrestling fans. I have some news for you guys today on what's going on with Finn Balor. Updates on that, and there's also news on Samoa Joe debuting before the Royal Rumble. I got some news and information for you guys on that today on this episode, so let's get into the show. Samoa Joe coming to the WWE main roster before the Royal Rumble. RingsideNews.com is reporting it. Now, we know what happened at the NXT title with Shinsuke Nakamura and Samoa Joe at the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view, man, which that was an awesome pay-per-view, man. That was an awesome pay-per-view. I love NXT. I enjoy NXT. The product is awesome. I never complain about it because it's always an A+. And then you had Nakamura and Samoa Joe. Where in the first hand, I never thought that Samoa Joe was going to beat Nakamura. Because my predictions were Nakamura was going to beat Samoa Joe. There was no way that they were gonna give Samoa Joe that WWE NXT title back. I was shocked. I mean, you think I was the only one that was shocked? Everybody and the NXT fans were shocked that Samoa Joe became the WWE new NXT champion. Blew my mind. And now Nakamura gets the title back at a live event that was not even on the show, which really bothers me about these live events. Rather, if it's a Raw event or a live or a SmackDown event or an NXT event that's not taped, that's not live, and we find out from Twitter that Samoa Joe lost the NXT title to Shinsuke Nakamura. And I didn't get to watch that match. That's the only thing I'm kind of pissed about. I wanted to see it again, but they didn't air it, and it wasn't on the network. Now, it's been rumored for the past 6 months that once Joe ends his feud with Nakamura, that he would be headed to the main roster. WWE held its NXT tapings back on last week, which covered NXT television for the next 3 weeks. Joe was absent at this event, and the company held a series of matches to determine a new #1 contender for the NXT title. Now, with Bobby Roode slated to face Nakamura at the NXT TakeOver special, one who would believe that Joe's feud with Nakamura has finally come to an end into the main roster. Now, we have been told that Samoa Joe will be making his main roster debut with the Royal Rumble being the annual arrival date as the latest. So it's very possible that we could see Joe on the main roster before the Rumble event itself. As of this writing, it's unknown exactly what brand he may end up on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a fan of Samoa Joe, but that guy's a hard worker. That guy's a good performer, and I respect that with Samoa Joe. The guy's a hard worker. He busts his ass every single week on NXT to prove to fans that he wants to be the best. And that's what he's trying to do. And that's why I have a lot of respect for that guy. The guy's a hard worker. But if you're going to have him debut at the Royal Rumble. Have Samoa Joe debut at the Royal Rumble, because think about it. Goldberg's going to be in it. Brock Lesnar's going to be in it. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay, they're trying to get people in the Alamodome. So imagine Samoa Joe being another one coming into the Rumble. They want to break a record that's 65,000 people. This could be a huge moment for Samoa Joe. This would be Samoa Joe has a debut at the Royal Rumble in the Alamodome, because it'd be an NXT guy coming to the main roster. And I will never forget that moment. Fans won't forget that moment. The NXT fans won't forget that moment. It's the perfect way for him to debut is on the Royal Rumble. Now, if we're talking about brands, easy. That's easy. Piece of cake. SmackDown Live. He'll get treated better, used better, better feuds, better storylines. talent's getting treated better, Raw will just completely ruin Samoa Joe. So that's the news on Samoa Joe. Would you put him on Raw, put him on SmackDown, or should he debut on the main roster? Like, should he go on in the Royal Rumble? Finn Balor news. While speaking up to, I'm going to give you guys up to date with this Finn Balor news, so definitely hit that subscribe button. While speaking to the Gorilla Position live, Finn Balor was asked about his targeted date for his in-ring return, in which ruled out the possible return at the Royal Rumble. Balor was, this is from ringsidenews.com, they are reporting it. Balor was pretty firm on the original targeted date, which is WrestleMania. And there's a footage, guys, you can check it out. Articles are both below. Go check them out, guys. I love Finn Balor, man. I just don't think he'll be in time for WrestleMania. I hope he is, though, man, because the guy needs to get his title back, his shot, his champion, everything. Good performer, good in the ring. Everything is marketable. I don't got else to say about him. But that's the update on him. Him coming to the Royal Rumble. Apparently, he's not ready for it. And let's not rush this guy. This guy just came from an injury, but I would love for him to come be part of the Royal Rumble and win it and go to WrestleMania. That's what I would do. Have Balor win his moment. Have Finn Balor return to the Royal Rumble. But it looks like it's not going to happen, though. So, that's today's episode, guys. Make sure you guys follow me on all my social media updates. Twitter, Facebook, Wrestling Talk Show, Facebook. Twitter is at the Talk Show #1. I'll leave them both in the description for you guys below. Please go follow me on Twitter more often, because that's when you guys will see my videos automatically, because YouTube is broken and it's hard for people to see my videos because YouTube is not notifying my fans that they're getting my videos. So that's the best way to get a hold of me, guys, is social media, and that's Twitter. If you're not following me, go follow me. Everybody follow me, please. That way you guys don't miss anything. All right? Guys, I'll see you later. Subscribe.